What it do, y'all? It's your boy P. Coffrey. You know what? Let me first say this. Look, I'm not trying to be nobody's friend. I'm not looking for likes and subscribers. I'm just trying to get the news out. I'm trying to get the truth out as a grassroots, down-to-earth black man. That's it. That's all. But anyways, y'all, it's my birthday. I done made it to those dirty 30s. So wish your boy a happy birthday. Thank you everybody from Facebook, Instagram that wished me a happy birthday. I appreciate that much. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get fresh on y'all one time. You know what I'm saying? Let me know something. Anyways, though, I'm outside New Lenox Station on Imperial and Normandy, one of the most vicious sheriff stations in Los Angeles. And this week, a sheriff has been charged with a murder, and that does not happen all the time. Andrew Lyons of the Century Station, which is the women's jail on Alameda, was charged for manslaughter. He should have been charged for murder, but he was charged for manslaughter and two other crimes, assaults with a semi-automatic weapon, whatever, whatnot. This doesn't happen in Los Angeles, so that's why it's such a big shock for any cop to be charged. We know that Ryan Twyman, who was killed by these bastards on 132nd in San Pedro in Athens Park, was unarmed.
On Wednesday, the LA County District Attorney charged 37-year-old former LA Sheriff's Deputy Andrew Lyons with voluntary manslaughter and assault with a semi-automatic firearm for the 2019 shooting that killed 24-year-old Twyman. Video released by the Sheriff's Department shortly after showed deputies approaching Twyman's car in a Willowbrook apartment parking lot. Investigators said Twyman was being investigated for possessing stolen firearms. In the video, the car then reverses. The deputies fire their weapons an estimated 34 times, with a passenger also inside the vehicle. But the DA now says it was Lyons who grabbed a semi-automatic assault rifle from the trunk and shot into the car after it stopped moving.
This was right in the heart of the community, right at an hour when everyone was present. It was flagrant, and it was completely unexpected.
The Sheriff's Department has sided with the DA's decision. It was Sheriff Alex Villanueva who said the deputy was fired back in November.
That is accountability.
Although charges aren't a conviction.
But still, even with that being said, they don't get charged. Ex-DA Jackie Lacey, she never charged any officers, and George Gascon was very reluctant to do so. This is his first. And that leads me here. I came down to Croft House Furniture in the Fairfax district near Hollywood and Beverly Hills, where 24-year-old Brianna Kupfer was murdered while at work by a crazed, homeless black man, allegedly. She was the same age as Ryan Twyman. I'm here and bring this up to the people's attention because I want to bring you guys to reality, to the grip on what is actually going on and how our community's decision to vote for Joe Biden has doomed us. On January 13th, Brianna Kupfer was murdered and received local and national headlines and super media attention. At the same time, 16-year-old Tiana Theus of South Central Los Angeles was murdered, shot in the neck, and thrown on the side of the 110 freeway. It got no media attention until the family pressed the media and pressed the police departments, and until it was labeled a human trafficking case, which since former President Barack Obama during his presidency upped the crime of pimping and pandering to human trafficking, which is now used to give black men long and extreme prison sentences. Which brings me to the reason I'm down in this part of LA. You guys told us Biden was better than Trump, but that seems to be an outright lie. One of Biden's first actions as president was to stop Asian hate executive order. which was an order which was aimed at black people that had any altercation with people of Asian descent for any reason and labeled it a hate crime to punish us. The Fairfax and Melrose district, along with Beverly Hills, have seen an increase in media attention pertaining to property crimes such as robberies, burglaries, smash and grabs, and home invasion crimes. But crime is up a whopping 1% in Los Angeles in total. According to the PPIC, that's the Public Policy Institute of California. Basically, crime is returning to pre-pandemic levels because during the pandemic, crime for the most part dropped due to the lockdowns and closings, plus all them stimuluses and EDD and PPP loan fraud. What I'm basically saying is this is the same playbook used to pass the 1994 crime bill that ushered in the 3-strike laws, mandatory minimums, welfare laws, and extreme child support penalties is being used again. Funny thing is, by the same person, Joe Jim Crow Biden. During the pandemic, after the deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery, cities across America began to pass laws against and taking money from the police. This was called the Defund the Police movement. We've seen uprisings, riots, protests, almost like the 1960s and 1970s. But what ended up happening, crime started creeping its way to our TV sets and social media pages. This was propaganda. And what did y'all president say during the State of the Union address?
We all agree the answer is not to defund the police, it's to fund the police. Fund them. Fund them.
We don't need to defund the police, we need to fund the police, which in turn will target black people overwhelmingly. All this while police reform bill, aka the George Floyd bill, sits in Congress, seemingly never getting passed. Again, y'all said that Biden's racist ass was better than Trump. But Biden actually put in action through executive order something Trump only spoke of and y'all called racist and aimed at black people, especially in Chicago, which was the Firearms Trafficking Strike Force, which will absolutely target black men, which in turn will get a lot of our brothers innocently arrested and killed. All this while, we're still getting the same treatment from police. I mean, race soldiers across the nation, knees on necks, our babies being targeted. A 12-year-old girl in Kenosha has a knee pushed against her neck by a pig. Chicago police repeatedly handcuffing and harassing 2 innocent teenage black boys at gunpoint. A black teen in Dallas being tased in a high school during a protest. While school employees at Howard County High in Maryland striking a black boy in the head and restraining him harmfully. And of course, the racial executions of our people by race soldiers like Ryan Twyman happening all across America. So tell me in the comment section, how is Biden's racist ass any better than Trump? If you guys like my content, please leave a like or subscribe. P. Coffrey in the Fairfax District, Los Angeles, the Pan Af Report.